flag? Right on the flag?
Yeah, right on it.
Okay. Oh yeah. Listen. Oh, yeah, the speak. Okay, so maybe I can go up on a better angle. So.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium here. This afternoon's high school hockey team came to the visitors from Tolland and our own Conard high school hockey team. Now the starting lineup. First, the visitors
Do you want me to cover the you want me to cover our players? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. At this time, please have some pride and honor America and the great men and women stationed around the world today, defending our country, especially during these very turbulent times around the world, so that we can enjoy this day in freedom and in peace with the playing of our national anthem. Okay. All right. What?
Ready? Welcome everyone to another Conard Red Wolves hockey game, where the Conard Red Wolves will take on the E.O. Smith Bucks. E.O. Smith Bucks are 2-2, and the Conard Red Wolves winless 0-3. Conard looking to get some points on the board tonight versus a very feisty E.O. Bucks team. Conard's been struggling lately, getting some pucks on the net. Hopefully that can turn the tides here in the new year. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Rob. I'm with Russ. We are Russ and Rob. I'm flying solo today. So Conard's played 3 games, only averaging a 0.7 goals a game. But their shots on goal, they're averaging 25 a game and struggling to find one in. They've only got 2 goals this whole season. Coach Olson's mixed up the lines a little bit. Their saving grace has been Chase Emery, who's between the pipes. He's been keeping the Red Wolves in the games very tight, just not getting the support he needs from his offense. So Coach Olson will start out Eisenberg at center, Gavin Mangini on a wing, as well as Ken Roach. And Dylan Smith will be paired with CJ Bankoff on the D. Campbell Orban will come up with the puck for E.O. Smith for the Bucks. It's flopped around the neutral zone. Punched in by Gavin Mangini. Going deep is Eisenberg. Sends it around the corner for Ken Roach. Can't keep up with it. Kept in. Shot on net goes wide by C.J. Bankoff, but able to keep it in. Dylan Smith now able to kick it in. Here comes Roach going around the circle. Centers it. Shot by Eisenberg. Save. Eisenberg able to get it back out by Smith. Smith shot. Save. Petrella comes up with it. And Petrella will fall on it. And a little extracurricular activity already between Conard and E.O. Smith. A little pushing and shoving behind. Ref says, clear him, coach. And make sure they change the lines. But calling a penalty on Ken Roach. He'll get 2 minutes. So once again, Conard can't stay out of the box, and they'll go on a penalty kill. Won by Conard, and quickly flipped out by Riley O'Keefe.
On number 11, Ken Roach, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Roach, a 2-minute cross-checking penalty. Conard able to keep it down deep, kill off some time. Conard not doing well in these situations when they're man down. Conard still able to keep it out of their zone. E.O. Smith trying to keep it in. They'll finally try to set it up and bring it in. Buck's bringing it around the net. He'll circle, sends it out to the point. Look for a shot, sends it over to his point man. Point man, weak shot. Goes over in the corner, picked up by the Bucks. Sent around behind the net. Buck's looking for an opening. He'll swing it down low. Back up to the point. And picked off by Riley O'Keefe, who flicks it over to the defenseman, and it goes down deep by Torin McGoldrick. Conard will get some fresh legs out there, and Mangini will help forecheck and keep it down in the zone. Eisenberg now giving chase. Mangini pinching it in, looking for some support. Mangini pinches his man against the board for Eisenberg. Eisenberg tries to give it to Mangini. Conard doing a great job killing it off. Mangini's knocked down. Still, Eisenberg now knocked down, but they're able to keep it down away from the Bucks, so they can't set it up. Bucks will bring it forward. They dump it, and just before the red line, it'll be an icing call. 13 seconds left on the penalty to Conard. Conard's been averaging 1.3 penalty minutes per game. Not faring too well. Hard to play, even strength hockey. when you're sitting in the box. Eisenberg sent out of the face-off circle. Mangini will take it. Sends it over into the corner. C.J. Bankoff has it. Will flick it in deep, find some nice space. Way to see the ice by C.J. Bankoff. It's flipped up by E.O. Bucks. Bankoff giving chase. He's being chased by a Buck. And Dylan Smith has it. Backhands it over Eisenberg. Eisenberg looking to flip it out. Bangs it off the boards. Gets out of the zone. Conard loses it. And Chase Emery will poke it away. Pass sent up to Parker Bastos. Can't clear it. C.J. Bankoff giving chase in the corner. Tries to go around in the high slot. Goes over to the other side. Able to outskate his opponent and able to get it in deep. Great job by Bankoff. He'll come out for a change. And Braden McCabe sends his man into the boards to keep the puck into the zone. Buck's having a hard time getting it out. McCabe, good job. Here comes Conard. Swings it around by Nick Alonso. But the Bucks able to get it out. Chase Emery pushes it away. Conard looking to set up. Bucks give change. Nice play by Nick Alonso. And late shot by Parker Bastos. However, Conard will be offsides. 11:15 left in the first. A little slow going. Nolan Reck takes the face-off, won by the Bucks. They'll flip it in. This time they get across the red line. Riley O'Keefe going after it. Nice play by Riley. Play the stick off so his opponent can't get it. Riley behind the net, going against two men. Comes out with it, gets it to a Conard, but the Bucks pick it up, and they'll go into the corner with it. It's flicked up on the boards and goes out of play, so we'll have another face-off. Still in the Conard zone. Be to the left of Chase Emery. Conard's been struggling with some face-offs. Only averaging 7-point face-off wins in the first period. Bucks center one, high slot, just goes wide. And Conard able to send it deep, giving chase, but it'll be icing. And we'll have another face-off down Emery's way. Conard looking to get something going. They're averaging 17.3 shot attempts in the first period, and only 11.7 shots of those that go on goal. Eisenberg takes the draw, wins it. Dylan Smith tries to poke it out. Picked up by Eisenberg. Gets away from Gavin Mangini. But Mangini able to get it across the red line and into the zone, but quickly corralled by E.O. Smith. Sends a stretch pass to outlet. Bucks miss the pass. Now go over to Ken Roach. Has it, brings it in. Drop pass to Eisenberg. Shot high. Went for that short high corner. And it bounces off the boards and goes all the way down. C.J. Bankoff hurries up after it. He'll bring it up. Sends it to his outlet, Ken Roach, who has it. Tries to get it in. Bounces off a Bucks player. Can't get it in deep. Now fudged a little bit by a Bucks player. And Riley O'Keefe sends it deep into the neutral zone, only to be picked up by a Bucks defenseman and goes back in deep for the Bucks. Now playing with it. Here comes Ken Roach. He's pinched on the boards, loses the puck a little bit, and it goes off. Conard getting off the bench. Good opportunity for the man, but overskates it a little bit. E.O. Bucks will corral it. Circling back are E.O. Bucks. And they're trying to get into the zone. Good neutral zone defense by Conard. We're going to have offsides by the Bucks. 9:09 left to play in the first. Bucks send it in deep. Emery out to play it. Leaves it for his man Dylan Smith, who skate hard. Sends it to his outlet. Tip pass to Nick Alonso. Alonso to Parker Bastos. Tries to get a shot off, but good defense by the Bucks. And it'll deflect and go into the corner. Little fracas over in the corner. 3 Conard men surround it, but Bucks come up with it. And they'll bang it off the sideboards. And let's see if it has enough gas to get down. And it does. And we'll have another icing by the Bucks. 8:35 left to play. Conard only winning 48.9% of their faceoffs in the first period. This is a big one in their offensive zone. Nolan Reck is up for the task for the Red Wolves. Whistle blown. Little violation there by the Bucks, and they'll redo it. But Reck won that one, but it won't count. Torrin McGoldrick, the top of the circle. Reck hopes to get it back to him for a quick shot. Reck wins it again. Goes to Dylan Smith, defenseman. Sends it over to the sides. Torrin McGoldrick into the corner. Battles versus 2 men. Here comes a third Buck, and they'll win that puck. And he tries to clear the zone. Can't get to it. Here comes the Bucks now. Plays with it. Great defense by Dylan Smith, who plays the man. Doesn't allow the Buck player to get in and take the shot. Now a weak shot, and just goes off the tip of the glove of Emery. And a save. Here comes McGoldrick outside. Tries to bring it inside. Good by the Bucks. He brings down McGoldrick. McGoldrick is tangled up. He's got his skates in there. Conard looking for a call, and now we'll finally have one. McGoldrick getting the call. Members of the crowd, and especially the Conard fan base, were waiting for that one to be called. As the Bucks defenseman's stick was caught and tore McGoldrick's legs for quite some time. Looks like Andrew George for the Bucks will sit for 2 minutes. And Conard will send out its number 1 power play unit. Face off down in the Bucks zone. Eisenberg gets it, wins it, back to Mangini. Mangini over to Smith. Over to the bumper, Torrin McGoldrick. Loses it just a little bit, and the Bucks are able to send it down. Bucks giving chase, picked up by Dylan Smith. He banks it off the board, gets it out of the zone.
Penalty is on number 5, Andrew George. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
So Conard bringing it up. Torrin McGoldrick loses it off his stick, but able to get it in and stay on sides. To Gavin Mangini behind the net, over to the bumper over McGoldrick. McGoldrick plays with it, back up to Dylan Smith. Sends it over to McGoldrick. McGoldrick, stretch pass, back to Eisenberg. Shot is blocked. Dylan Smith softly banks it off the boards and into the stick of the Bucks. Emery comes out to play it. Long pass to Braden Gainey. He sees Eisenberg across the ice, brings it back, plays with it. Gainey going in forward with it. Loosely off his stick. Loses it, comes out to the blue line. Dylan Smith trying to keep it in versus the Buck, and Torrin McGoldrick has it, looking for a pass, goes to the outside, tipped away, and he's pushed up against the boards, but able to maintain control and get it over to Dylan Smith at the point, who circles, spins again, tries to get it inside, sends it to the low slot, but a Buck is right there. Jack Eisenberg will go to the point and circle it around and change direction for the Red Wolves. And Torrin McGoldrick loses it a little bit at the blue line. Conard will set up, and some of the Bucks going off here. Kind of a tough change. See if Conard could take advantage. Gainey swings and misses. Goes back to him. Andrew Nigro pushing forward in the D, looking for someone to pass to. Gets it to Torrin McGoldrick. He'll wind up. Should have taken the shot. Didn't have the opportunity. Didn't. And over to Riley O'Keefe. He loses it. Conard will send it in deep, goes off the referee, and the Bucks have killed the penalty. Andrew Nigro has it at the blue line. He'll try and bring it forward. Gavin Mangini sends it in deep. Nick Alonso being pushed in, by the Bucks. Bucks are definitely outsizing Conard right now. Not too much physicality, but pretty much clean so far. Here comes the Bucks, 2-on-2. Tries to dangle between the legs. Great save by Emery. He saw that one coming. Looked like a beach ball to him. Bucks able to set it back up. Shot from the point. Goes wide to the right side of Emery. Nice hit by the Bucks there. Here comes Nolan Reck. Looking for the shot. Goes to the outside. Spins. Looking for a man to pass to. No one there. And Conard misses it. Now it's a chase. Here comes the Bucks. He's got one man to beat. He does. He razzles. He dazzles. Backhanded. Chase Emery with a gorgeous save. He did a split there. The Buck player went to his forehand, went to his backhand, and Emery able to get over there and read it quickly. Great save by Chase Emery. As I said before, he's been keeping Conard in these games. Just needs that support from his offense. So far, save of the game by Chase Emery with that left pad. 4:50 left to play in the first. Conard wins the face-off, sends it deep. C.J. Bankoff banks it up the boards. What an great indirect pass by Bankoff to Mangini. Hustling in, he's pushed to the side, loses the puck, but Ken Roach picks it up behind the net. Looking for somebody to pass it to and get an opening. Great hands by Roach. He's behind the net again, changes direction. Silas Warner was coming in but loses the pass. Puck stays in by Conard. Able to keep it in deep a little bit. The Bucks have been very feisty at the blue line and trying to get it out again. C.J. Bankoff has it. Tries to put it in the backhand. Picked up by Eisenberg. Looking to take a shot. Goes to the right side. Just off the post. Conard can't get that break that they need. And Eisenberg had a little razzle-dazzle there as he went backhand, forehand, and took a shot, and it just went off the inside post. Good look by Eisenberg. Conard now trying to break it out off the foot of Torrin McGoldrick. And now the Bucks able to push it in a little bit. Chase Emery, and the puck comes off the moorings once again. Comes out of the zone. Here, Nolan Reck tries to go to his outside. Braden Gainey now has it. He's checked into the boards. Circles around, looking for the shot. Sees Riley O'Keefe. Riley's shot, little soft, goes to wide, but great positioning by O'Keefe there. And here comes Dylan Smith, sees it, shot, off the stick. Torrin McGoldrick, backhanded, saved by Petrella. Nolan Reck trying to get something going on the side. Saved by Petrella from Smith. As Dylan Smith put a hard shot there, and Petrella was able to do it. But Nolan Reck's been trying to set up some traffic out front. Here comes Nolan Reck again. Shot, blocked, backhanded pass. Here comes Dylan Smith. High slot, looking, takes a shot, saved by Petrella. A lot of action here. McGoldrick gets it into the corner. Gainey trying to create some traffic in the screen, and the Bucks will flip it up way down to the end of the zone, and it'll be an icing call. So great activity and opportunities for Conard, but just can't buy a goal at this point. Both teams changing out some personnel best they can. Conard wins it over to C.J. Bankoff. Takes a shot, and it goes off someone's stick. Off the waffle of Petrella. Bounces in the air. And I don't know if the refs lost sight of it or if they're going to call a penalty. Conard player was checked very hard, but checked into the net. It goes off the mooring. So the referees will stop play dead there. So another important face-off for Eisenberg here. Wins it. Over to Mangini. Takes a quick shot. Saved by Petrella. Another shot. Saved by Petrella. Roach tries to poke it in. Saved by Petrella. Great job by Petrella and between the pipes for the Bucks. Mangini tries to pass it. Picked off by the Bucks. And great job by Andrew Nigro to play the player. And the puck goes into the Conard zone. Giving chase is Gavin Mangini. Sends it to his outlet. Over to Eisenberg. It's sent up to Roach. He gets it between his legs. And that little extra toe drag sends Conard offsides. In honor of my compañero Russ, that toe drag didn't help Conard there, as they had a potential 2-on-1 break. Nolan Reck with the face-off win, but it's still in the neutral zone. Bucks trying to bring it out. It's turned direction. Potential 3-on-2 for Conard. Shot by McGoldrick. Just wide. Goes back in the corner. Rallied by McGoldrick. Over to Dylan Smith. Has to take it in his backhand. Goes wide. Tries to go between two Bucks players. And the Bucks will send it around the bend a little softly, so Nolan Reck is able to get there. He'll go against three Bucks players. And they're pushing it with their skates now, looking for some support. Now it's 3-on-3. Conard comes up with it. Gainey with a shot. He was right there, the right opportunity to be there, but just goes high and looked like it went off the stick. 2-on-2 now for the Bucks. Little razzle-dazzle for the Bucks. Shot. Emery's with a save with the waffle. Nice play. Shot. Bucks. High corner. Score. Well, the Bucks were able to get that rebound. That first shot was a great save by Emery, who pushed it into the corner with his blocker. Conard couldn't get to it. And the Bucks, looks like Michael Iacampo with the goal. He went forward and backhand. Short side, high shoulder, and it's 1-0 Bucks with 1:10 left to play in the first. So Conard looking to get something going and on the board. Their stats seem to decline when they get a little frustrated. Shot by Ken Roach, glove saved by Petrella. So Conard will have another opportunity in their offensive zone. Eisenberg looking to get it back to Gavin Mangini for a quick shot. He does. Shot by Gavin. Wide.
Goal was scored by number 11, Mike Iacampo, with an assist from number 28, Beckett Hansen.
Beckett Hansen with the assist for the Bucks. Bucks going back and forth in the D, looking to get it, and Gavin Mangini reads it, able to pin the player against the board. Now looking for support. Able to get it, but it bounces over the stick of Andrew Nigro. He'll swing it over to Ken Roach, who just pokes it over the blue line, but over to a Bucks player. And with 20 seconds left, Conard hoping to get something going. Andrew Nigro carrying it in over the red line, looking to go deep. He finally pushes it in deep there. He'll make a change. Ken Roach going in, back into the corner, looking to center it up. He's held up a little bit by a Buck player. Here comes Conard, centering pass. Can't get it. Eisenberg gets his rebound and goes under the pad of Petrella. Eisenberg, with 0.9 seconds left in the first, ties it up for Conard as he put a shot on, and Petrella saved the first one, and it bounced right onto Eisenberg's stick, and as Petrella was getting up, Eisenberg just flicked it in under the pad. We got a 1-1 game here with 0.9 seconds left in the first. And the puck is dropped, and we'll go into intermission with a 1-1 tie. A goal by Eisenberg for Conard, and Michael Iacampo for the Bucks.
Jack Eisenberg with an assist from number 2, C.J. Bankoff, and number 11, Ken Roach.
So C.J. Bankoff and Ken Roach each with an assist on Eisenberg's goal, as C.J. Bankoff brought it in, and Ken Roach, who had circled the net, got it out there. So we're going to a 1-1 tie, and we'll be back after the first intermission.
Oh my god, I gotta give this for a second. Yeah. Oh my god.
at the end of the first period to tie it up. Conard will take the puck after the face-off and offsides. So they'll do it again, right by the blue line. Conard hoping to keep the momentum going. Eisenberg takes the draw, over to CJ, bank off. He'll dump it in, not far enough. The Bucks get it out. It's backed up to Gavin Mangini. Taps it in, can't get it in deep. Eisenberg has it, slapped away. Gavin Mangini now sends it in deep for Conard. Ken Roach goes after it in the corner. Dylan Smith pinches in, hits the man, able to keep it into the zone for Conard, but the Bucks will come up with it. They'll bank it off the boards, and here comes the Bucks with a potential 2-on-1. Shot, glove save by Emery. Emery keeping them in this game. He's done very well. Another slapper by the Bucks, by the defenseman. Goes wide. Bucks still keep it into the zone. Conard will bank it off. Goes in and gets by. No icing there. Gavin Mangini giving chase. Look before check it. And it hits off the side of the net as the Bucks tried to clear it. And they do finally get it out of the zone. As Riley O'Keefe's able to pinch his man. So the puck will get to a Conard player. Bucks will do a stretch pass over to the Buck. Another Buck player. He'll bring it in. Takes a shot. Waffle save. Rebound. Emery able to see it all the way. What a great save that was. Went right back over to the other side after the waffle save. Emery being screened. Shot goes wide. Tor McGoldrick banks it off. Caught in the feet of a Buck player. Now right to the stick of Nolan Reck. Reck tries to get it. He's mugged a little bit. Fans wanted a call. Gainey now with possession of the puck. Tries to center it to McGoldrick. He's pushed aside. Goes behind the net. Puck goes into the corner. Flicked up by the Bucks. And Braden Gainey says, "Welcome to varsity hockey, young man," as he puts a Buck player into the boards. Nolan Reck has the puck now. Brings it into the zone. Shot on net. Soft. Rebound McGoldrick. Save Petrella. Couple of great saves we've by both goaltenders. Make this an exciting game. Conard, overall in the season, has had a steady decline in shot attempts. The second period, they only average about 14, with only about 7.7 of them getting to the net. Emery, for goaltending for the Conard, his save percentage goes up into the second period. So you can see, when Conard starts to run out of gas a little bit, Emery's there to save the day, and the Bucks carry the puck. Offsides. We'll have a face-off outside the zone. Conard's penalty minutes do rise a little bit in the second period. Doesn't help their cause. And there you can see potential 3-on-2 now for Conard. Brought in by Nick Alonso. Brings it to center. Hits the back of his own player, and that puck goes wide. Great job by Conard in that line. Gets something going there. Puck goes into the corner. Bucks trying to get it out. Parker Bastos, the shot, saved by Petrella. Wasn't that hard, but it was from the high slot. And now the Bucks have a man out in the outlook, and he'll dump it in. He pushes off his man C.J. Bankoff, but Dylan Smith there behind the net to get it. He'll flick it up, looking for Parker Bastos, who carries it. The one man to beat, but he's dumped into the side. Good defense by the Bucks. Parker's okay, though. Gavin Mangini says, "Can't do that to one of my players." Physicality picking up a little bit. Andrew Nigro gets it over to Nick Alonso. Backhanded pass over to Gavin Mangini. Backhanded to Eisenberg. Eisenberg with a shot. Saved by Petrella. And a couple of bodies going down. And some sticks go flying a little bit. Eisenberg now bringing it into the right side. Wide of the circle. Brings it in behind the net. Looking for somebody. Sees Gavin Mangini. Gets by him as it went off a stick of a Buck player. Offsides. Conard will have to regroup. They do. Buck's trying to get it out. Backhanded pass. Picked up by Eisenberg. But he's held up a little bit. He'll poke it in just the tip. Goes into the corner. Gavin Mangini waiting to see what he does, and it gets out of the zone, but sent in by Andrew Nigro. Bucks player hits Nigro, and Conard will be called offside. They thought they got off in time, but they didn't. Face-off will come out of the zone, and we'll have a personnel change by both teams. 10:49 left to play in the second. Nolan Reck to take the face-off, sends it back to Riley O'Keefe, banks it off the board. Doesn't go in deep enough, but it would have been an icing if it went too far deep. O'Keefe looks for Braden Gainey, just out of his reach. Bucks pick it up. They're carrying the zone. Tries to go through a player. Great defense there by Riley O'Keefe. So he doesn't let that puck go between his legs. Riley had it behind the net, flubbed it a little bit, picked up by the Bucks. Riley O'Keefe now is able to dump his man and picked up and get a backhanded pass to McGoldrick. McGoldrick, one man to beat, goes to the outside, goes backhand, forehand, tries to let it go, and saved by Petrella. Couldn't get good wood on it because he was held up a little bit. And now here come the Bucks. Open man, too far of a reach pass. No icing called there. Riley O'Keefe chases his man down and goes into the corner. Nobody there to pick up the puck. Here comes a defenseman for the Bucks. Tries to go high and short side. Chase Emery. He sees it all the way. And it'll be a save by Chase. As I mentioned, his numbers go up higher as the periods go on. Puck drop will be to Emery's left. Picked up by Conard. Tries to get it out of the zone. They couldn't by Parker Bastos. Now it's banked off a player. Nice backhanded pass for Conard. CJ Bankoff trying to bring it in. Just tipped away and poked off of his stick. Parker Bastos able to push his man down. There goes and Eisenberg pushes his man in the board. Here comes Nick Alonso. Has it, backhands it. He's able to keep his feet. Just gets it out of the zone. Just behind Braden McCabe. And the puck will be flipped out of the zone. Physicality picking up here. Little chirping. And we'll have some player personnel changes. Eisenberg, Mangini, and Roach are the forwards. Andrew Nigro and Riley O'Keefe at the points. Puck is flipped up. Here comes Riley O'Keefe with it. Takes a shot. Petrella can't see it, but it goes off of his shoulder. Mealy in front. Poked out to the point. Took the Conard, and almost too many men for the Bucks, but doesn't hit anybody, and it goes all the way down. Icing call. Great opportunity there for Red Wolves as O'Keefe shot it. Petrella was screened a little bit, so Conard trying to create some opportunities there. Eisenberg will do it again. It's back to Mangini. Can't get a shot off. Shot by Eisenberg. Saved by Petrella. Goes into the corner. Good turnaround shot by Eisenberg. As Ken Roach is knocked into the boards. 2-on-2. Bucks and Conard. Great defense by Nigro just to poke that away. Here comes Ken Roach off the boards with it. He's got some speed. Here he goes. He's pinched. Gavin Mangini trying to cover up for him. He goes after it. He'll forecheck. Roach now on the puck. Bucks have it. 6 players on that side of the boards. Great job by Nigro to keep it in, and he pinches in. He's being manhandled a little bit. Puck goes all the way down. Will it be icing? No. Goes into the crease, and Emery decides to cover it up. Kind of a knuckleball that just floated down and kind of circled into the crease. Important face-off here for Conard. Conard wins it, goes back out, poked away by Emery. Banked off the boards by Dylan Smith. That might be down, and we'll have Conard. We'll send some icing on that cake. Conard's only winning 39.2% of their faceoffs in the second period. Season-wide, the Bucks trying to set up a play. Nolan Reck will take the faceoff for Conard. Won by Conard, flipped up, but not hard enough. Gainey goes after it. Forces the defenseman for the Bucks to send it in deep. Bucks trying to bring it around. Out to the point for the Bucks. No shot, gets it off to the boards, and then gets by a Bucks defenseman. And the Bucks giving chase. Great forecheck by Torrin McGoldrick. Forces his man. Now Gainey has it, able to have it, goes to the outside. Good puck protection by Gainey, looking for somebody. Takes the hit to get the pass off. And C.J. Bankoff just backhands it offsides a little bit. Tough opportunity. Great play by Gainey. Sacrificed his body to find an open man. So the puck will come out of the zone, and we'll have another face-off just outside of the Conard offensive zone. Won by Conard. Silas Warner sends it over, cross over to Riley O'Keefe, and Riley O'Keefe will send it in deep. McGoldrick has it, looking to center it up. Puck goes into the corner. Bucks giving chase. Great job by O'Keefe to keep it in the zone, and it goes off the foot of Silas Warner. Here comes the Bucks. Warner just slows him up just a little bit, and the shot goes wide. Emery came out far to play that and cut off the angle, forced the Buck player to shoot it to the far side, and the puck goes up in the air, and it looks like we're going to have either a hand pass or maybe the referee thought he saw that go out of bounds. An out of bounds call. We'll have a face-off to the right of Emery. We'll redo that one. Nick Alonso taking that draw. Backhanded. Riley O'Keefe will corral it. Sends it up to his outlet. Missed by the outlet, but comes out of the zone. The Bucks have to go and touch up. Cross-ice stretch pass over to Braden McCabe. Gets past him, and the Bucks are able to send it back deep into the zone. Bucks going for a change. Backhanded play by Silas Warner. Sends it out to his man. Bounces off as his stick. Right into the stick of the Bucks player. And a little back and forth with some stick action into the Conard defensive zone. Nothing going there. Just poked away. Kept in deep by the Bucks player. Silas Warner going after it. He's faked out. Great hands by the Buck player. High shot. Goes above the head of Emery. Emery goes down, but he gets back up real quick. Bucks still trying to set something up there. Riley O'Keefe backhanded to his outlet to Silas Warner. Warner has it. Sends it up. Here they go. Conard sends it deep. Coach calling for a change on that one. Looking for new personnel and some fresh legs. Conard able to get on new men quickly. C.J. Bankoff banks it off the board to keep it deep. Conard player gets down. He'll be checked out. He'll make a change. Bucks trying to get it in. Here comes Dylan Smith now. He'll go in all alone. Cross the blue line. Forced to the outside. Centers it. And just grabbed by a defenseman. And now looking for the Bucks, trying to spin around. Great job by Ken Roach. We'll forecheck that a little bit. Ken Mangini plays the body, not the puck. Roach is tripped up a little bit. We got 4 Conard players on the sidewall. And it's picked up by the Bucks, who just poke it away. Not a great opportunity there, and it's kept in by Conard. Still, not much action, just a little back and forth. But Conard able to keep it in their zone. Roach behind the net with it. Forehands it back in. Eisenberg giving chase. He plays the body, cuts off the angle, tries to get it out to Dylan Smith. He can't. He's surrounded by some Bucks. Smith now pinching in, gets past Smith, and now a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Bucks. Bucks looking. Great pass. Oh! The save by Emery! 2-on-1 by the Bucks, and the Bucks player passed it between C.J. Bankoff's legs for a great pass, and a quick wrister by the Bucks player, and Chase Emery all over that one. He ate that one up. Another great save by Emery. Out to Gainey on the sideboards. Bangs off of a player. Torrin McGoldrick has it. Potential 2-on-2. Goldrick goes to the outside, looking for a shot, centering to Gainey, just too far out of his reach, and the Bucks will send it deep, and we'll have some more frosting for that cake, and it'll be an icing call, and we'll have another face-off for Conard. 4:23 left to play. Gainey will take the face-off draw for Conard. He's sent out of the zone, out of the circle. Torrin McGoldrick comes in, has it, backhanded shot. Petrella sweeps it over to the sideboards where there's nobody. Bucks can't really get it out of the zone. Goes into the corner for McGoldrick. McGoldrick tried to get it out to his point men, couldn't. Bucks flip it up forward. And Andrew Nigro trying to reach by McGoldrick digging in. Conard comes up with it after it went underneath a Bucks player. Sent to the outlet to Gainey. Gainey carrying it in above the red line. Had a hold. Here comes Nolan Reck. Can't get a shot off. Poked away and out of the zone. Picked up by C.J. Bankoff. He'll find some space down deep in the zone. Gainey going after it into the corner. Nice hip check there to protect himself and give himself possession of the puck. C.J. Bankoff at the red line sends it over to Dylan Smith. Smith sends it in deep. Nolan Reck in over into the corner. Bucks trying to give chase. Shot by McGoldrick. Goes off the pad. No one there for the rebound, though. And Dylan Smith has it, and he'll send it back in deep. Gavin Mangini has it. Fakes somebody out. Tries to go backhand. Pushed away by Petrella. Great little fake by Gavin Mangini there. He tried then there, too. Kept in by Dylan Smith. Great job. Gavin Mangini backhand out far left circle, looking for a player. Dylan Smith, shot, goes through the crease, and it just went off a body. Open net. Petrella was going in the opposite direction. Nobody was there. And just out of the reach of C.J. Bankoff, and it'll be an icing call. And the Bucks needed that icing call, as that was a great melee and great opportunity for the Conard Red Wolves. 2:43 left to play in the second. Eisenberg take the draw, looking for O'Keefe at the top of the circle. Goes over to the side. And Gavin Mangini puts his face up. O'Keefe sends a shot. Saved by Petrella. Physicality, like I said, picking up here. Nigro was in the slot but couldn't handle the pass. Potential 3-on-2. Great pass by the Bucks. Looked like they were offsides. No call there. Picked up from behind the net. Poked away by O'Keefe. Just gets it out of the zone. Breaks it up. The shot. Pad saved by Emery. O'Keefe is knocked down. That was Gavin Mangini, rather. O'Keefe runs with the puck. He gets it out of the zone. Pushes it up over to Ken Roach. Ken Roach looking for a man. Eisenberg gets a shot off, but it goes wide. Defensive change for Conard. Now Nigro and C.J. Bankoff will be the points. Bankoff pinching in. He'll circle it in, keeping it in deep. Goes around the netting. McGoldrick looks to go after it. Eisenberg pinching the Buck player on the boards. And then McGoldrick looked to slap shot. Wrister goes up high off of a stick. 1:36 left to play in the first. Nolan Reck looks to face it. Eisenberg trying to poke it in. Can't get there. Saved by Petrella, and a little more friction between the two teams. But cooler heads prevail. And we'll have a face-off in the Conard offensive zone. Gainey will take the face-off draw, looking for C.J. Bankoff behind him. Gainey wins it after a little back-and-forth slapping. Goes in front of the net. Nobody's there for Conard. Bucks pick it up. They'll have a potential 2-on-2. Can't get around Dylan Smith, but Bucks able to get the shot off. Emery with another save. Another after hit. Deep in the zone. No call there. Picked up for Conard. Good defense by the Bucks. McGoldrick just able to squib it away in the pass, but just far enough.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute left to play in the period. Goes down the ice, no icing. Dylan Smith has it, banks it off the boards. And he'll slap it in again. No icing called. There goes Tor McGoldrick. Nolan Reck has it, takes a shot. Pad save by Petrella. Nice screen there by McGoldrick. No icing's going to be called here. And Dylan Smith will get on his horse and go after it. He does. Fakes out a man. Brings down a Bucks player with it. Outlet pass over to Nolan Reck. Flicks it. And here comes Tor McGoldrick. One-on-one. Backhand it. Shot. High. C.J. Bankoff puts it on net. Eisenberg tries to get a shot. And we'll have a whistle called as the puck went off its moorings. Conard fans thought it was intentional. They want to call for a delay of game there. McGoldrick had a nice backhanded pass. I think it was kind of a shot pass. And Eisenberg was about to wind up and shoot one. But whistle blew. So 15 seconds left. Let's see if magic can happen twice. Shot, Roach. Just a tad high. Goes out of the play. And we'll do it again with 12.4 seconds left. Eisenberg with the draw. Roach tries to pinch it. Nigro tries to bring it in. Now we got a 2-on-1 for the Bucks. Here he comes. Shot. Wide. Emery pushes it away. And we're going to have the horn here. And a little extracurricular activity. As Gavin Mangini says, get off my goalie. And we're going to end the second period here. Still in a 1-1 tie. We'll be back after second intermission. Welcome back. Start of the third period. 1-1 tie here. We got a barn burner. Conard hoping to pull out their first victory of the season. Bucks win the face-off and send it in deep. No icing called. Conard hits their outlet. Here comes Ken Roach. One man to beat. Loses the puck a little bit. Bucks bringing it in. Goes around. Don't think the ice is frozen just wet yet, and it's still a little wet. Slows the puck down. Now we got some physicality over in the corner. Riley O'Keefe gets it out to his man. Puck is definitely being slowed down by some wetness on the ice. Eisenberg has it, sends it in deep. We'll have a line change. Conard, Gavin Mangini, forechecking, pinches his man up the board, trying to give Nolan Reck an opportunity. Bucks will send it down. No icing called, as that puck definitely stopped in the water. And puck not going the way. Conard loses it a little bit. Potential breakaway. But once again, the ice stopped the puck. Tough shot. The pass, the outlet pass right in the zone. McGoldrick hit a block shot. 1-on-1. Shoots. Score! Oh, McGoldrick! Grabbed the loose puck and went in 1-on-1. Gets the goal to break away. With a minute 34 into the period. Conard wins the face-off. Gainey sends it in deep. Warren McGoldrick giving chase behind the net. Bucks picking it up, right to their outlet.
The Conard goal
Gets it up there.
by number 5.
Great pass. Shot.
Unassisted.
Conard was beat, but pass was too far for the Bucks. Now a lot of open pucks going right in front of the slot there. Misplayed by the Bucks. There'll be no icing because they tapped it. Here comes Nolan Reck. He'll chase it into the corner. Pushes his man. Puck gets loose. McGoldrick able to win to the puck. Looking for somebody to center it. Hits off of Gainey. Reck just finds some space. Sends it in deep to McGoldrick. McGoldrick look to Riley O'Keefe, who sends it. Shot. Save. Petrella. So 2-1 Conard here. Face off to the left of Petrella. Conard shot. Never reaches the net. McGoldrick slaps it. Puck goes up against the sideboards. Gavin Mangini giving poke to it. No icing called. Ref says it was tipped. Didn't look that way. Silas Warner for Conard. Has it. Slapper one time. Doesn't leave the ice for Bucks. And Emery's there. The right pad save. 2-on-2. Here comes Conard. And Eisenberg just offsides. So Conard will have another face-off. Doing slightly better in the third period with their face-off. So far this season, they've won 49.1% of their face-offs in the third period. Still under 50% though. Conard's shots on goal in the third period season-wide drop largely. They're only averaging about 5.7 shots on goal in the third period, only about 3.7% on net. Conard wins the face-off. Dylan Smith pinches in and keeps it deep. Roach loses the puck a little bit, but poked away with the tip. C.J. Bankoff tries to moves into the slot, just goes above his stick. He's able to keep it in deep though. And Gavin Mangini, mugged from behind a little bit, tries to keep it out there. And the Bucks play it in center neutral ice. Pass it out there. Bank shot off the boards. Try and get it down to the Conard player, and they'll slap it out there. Kept in by the Bucks at the point. Shot, and trying to poke it in. Bucks player tries to jam it in there, and Chase Emery holds on tight. Face-off will be to Emery's right. Emery's save percentage is 90% average in the third period. Seasmore, and he saves one right there, right off the face-off. Conard needs to be careful here and stay out of the box. Their season average for penalties goes up in the third period. Face-off, trickles in, shot, just gets by Emery. We have a 2-2 tie. The Bucks won that face-off. It went out to the point. Wrister, little screen set up in front, and just gets by Emery. I think he got a piece of it though, and we're 2-2 with 3 in the 3:59 mark in the third period. Nolan Reck will take the face-off for Conard. McGoldrick picks it up. Tries to go through the legs. He's stopped.
Joe Smith goal scored by number 26, Mason Bishop.
Mason Bishop with the goal for the Bucks.
Assist for number 24, Mason Cahill, and number 28, Beckett Hansen.
Conard trying to clear it. It's in the neutral zone. A lot of neutral zone play. Nolan Reck trying to keep it in. Bounces. Still in the zone, but sent out of play under the Bucks bench. Conard wins the face-off. Roach out in front. He's held up a little bit. Good defensive play by the Bucks there. Of course, he would have been open. Bucks look for a stretch pass. Gets by. C.J. Bankoff trying to reach back. Gets his player to wide. Backhanded shot. Good job by C.J. Bankoff to force that player to the outside with a backhanded shot. And it's circled around hard, and the Bucks have to circle up and go after it. Push forward. Bucks can't maintain possession. They send out a couple personnel change. Here comes Roach, potential 3-on-2. He's got somebody high in the slot, looks for Eisenberg, shot, goes wide. Puck out in front, Gavin Mangini with the save, but Petrella dives on it and covers it with his chest. Fortuitous bounce for Conard, and goes out in front, kind of spinning on its side, and Petrella dove all over that. Nolan Reck will take the face-off. Bucks win the face-off. They'll send it off the boards. Nigro grabs it with his hands. It's taken down. Conard wants a call there. Late hit on Nolan Reck. McGoldrick sees Gainey. Shot. Spin around shot by Gainey. It's missed. Bucks send it out. Looks like we'll have another icing call. Bucks player wanted a call there. So Nolan Reck will take the face-off again. Bucks win the face-off. Flubbed a little bit by the defenseman. Gainey's able to pick it up by McGoldrick. Shot! Rebound! Picked up by Conard! Great job! Gainey shot it, hit the rebound, pass came back out. And Gainey right there, they'll poke it in nice and hard. And the Red Wolves will go back up on top, 3-2. Conard wins the face-off. We'll have it. We'll send it deep into the zone. McGoldrick giving chase.
Goal scored by number 16, Braden Gainey. With an assist from number 7, Nolan Rep, and number 5, Torrin McGoldrick.
McGoldrick and Rec with the assist there on Gainey's goal. We'll have a face-off as the puck went out of play to the left of Petrella. Face-off won by Conard. Gavin Mangini backhands it, kept in deep by C.J. Bankoff. Banked off the boards. Dylan Smith keeps it in with his foot. Just enough a little bit for Ken Roach to circle back and keep it. He goes to the far wall, backhands it, keeps it in behind the net. Eisenberg pushes it back. Dylan Smith pinches in, can't have it. Out of the reach of Ken Roach. The Bucks will push it forward. No icing called there. Chase Emery comes it out, lets his man play it. Conard able to get it out of the zone, and the Bucks try and shoot it in, and it goes off one of their man. And since it bounced off of somebody, the Bucks were offsides. We'll have a face-off outside the zone. 7:59 left to play in the third. Face-off won by the Bucks. They'll shoot it in deep. Picked up by Andrew Nigro. Over to his outlet, Mangini. Bounces it up to Roach. In all alone, doesn't have some support there. Able to maintain it. Backhanded pass to Gavin Mangini. Shot. Glove saved by Petrella. It was a loose puck. Looked like referee lost sight of that, but Petrella was able to hang on to it anyway. Nice little setup by Roach and Mangini there. Both goalies keeping this game tight. Bucks win the face-off. They're pushing and charging. Riley O'Keefe plays the man and able to poke it away from the Buck player. Andrew Nigro skating hard up with it. Circles, nice move, loses the puck a little bit in the neutral zone. Now we've got a breakaway for the Bucks. Here it comes, shot, saved by Emery, and the Buck player goes sliding into the net, but Emery with the save, and he says the Buck stops here. What a tough challenge for Chase Emery there. He had a large Buck player skating hard, able to maintain his vision, stops the puck, and able to dodge the Buck player. And we're going to have a penalty shot. I don't know what the call was. Looks like maybe the Buck player was shoved into the net. Here we go. Referee giving instructions. Blake Kernozicki. He takes it. Here he comes. Backhand. Forward. Slowly. Looks to rifle it. Willful save by Emery as Kernitsky went to the forehand looking to go high, and Chase Emery once again comes up big with another large save on the penalty shot. Face-off will be in the Conard defensive zone to the left of Emery. Face-off won by Conard, but slapped away by the Bucks. Bucks carrying it in, goes to the outside. Shot! Loose puck goes in the net. And the Bucks tie up the game at 3-3. And we got a little clarification from downstairs on ringside. There was the penalty shot was due to a tripping call. That Buck player was in all alone. And he had possession of the puck. So that penalty shot save comes up huge for Chase Emery, because it could have been a 4-3 game in favor of the Bucks. But now it's just a tie goal.
Goal scored by number 21, Alex Sutton.
Alex Sutton with the goal. 3-3.
Brandon Bantry.
And now the physicality has definitely picked up here in the third period. CJ Bankoff goes in, lays in a late hit. Puck kept in deep by Eisenberg. Roach going in, he pins his man up against the boards, looking for the outlet pass, and Bankoff pinches in to meet the man, so he can't get it. And Eisenberg is pushed into the bench of the Bucks. Hit from behind, and we're going to get a penalty call as Ken Roach is hit from behind. He was cross-checked square on the back. So Conard will go on the power play. Great opportunity for them with 6 minutes and 12 seconds left. Conard hasn't scored a goal while in the third period of the power play, hoping to break that today. Eisenberg will take the face-off draw. Back to Dylan Smith at the point. Looks at the bumper at Gainey. Shot. Just deflected a little bit and goes above Petrella. Mangini on the other side. Over to Dylan Smith. Back over to Gainey. Tries to one-time it. Misses it. Iacampo, 2 minutes for roughing. He'll sit in the box. Dylan Smith spins around. Goes to play the wall. Looking for a shot, sends it in front. McGoldrick tries to kick it, looks for a shot, can't have it. Gavin Mangini goes back to the bumper spot, goes to the point, spins around, over to Gainey, and gets it out of the zone by the Bucks. But quickly corralled by Conard. And they have it. And now it's picked off by the Bucks. Mangini in all alone, breakaway for the Bucks, left, right, can't get the shot off, and the Bucks fall down. Lucky break for Conard. Gainey coming back with it, skates, sends a wrister, it's blocked. The Bucks tries to send it in deep, but Andrew Nigro was able to knock it down with his stick. Conard looking to send a personnel change. And they can't get it in there. They'll have to wait till they get on board. And Nick Alonso carries it across the blue line because Nolan Reck had been hit down to the ice. 39 seconds left in the Red Wolves power play. 4:51 left in the game. Great opportunity here for Conard. They need to capitalize. Conard wins the face-off. Nigro has it at the red line. He'll skate in, sees an opening, and once again, Conard's offsides. Needs some discipline there. Conard wins the face-off. Over to Roach at the blue line. Nick Alonso lifted this just a little too far for Roach. Can't handle it. He's pinched against the boards. And it's sent out of the zone by the Bucks. Nigro going after it. He'll corral it. He'll try and bring it up. Sends it over to Roach. Roach will carry it across the red line. He'll flick it in. Goes off against the boards in the back. Alonso going in after it. Now picked off. Roach has it. Look for a shot. Power play's over. Nigro has it. Tries to send it over to the side. Nobody there. Conard trying to keep it in. Good hands by Roach just to keep it in. Nigro looking to go forward hand. Back, tries to shoot it, loses it. Over to the Bucks, carrying out of the zone a little bit. And Ken Roach go back for Conard and start fresh. He banks it off the boards. And we're going to have an icing call as Conard was making a personnel change. 3:39 left to play. Face off to be till Emery's right. Bucks win it. Couldn't get the shot off though. Dylan Smith able to get it from the slot. He'll spin around the net. Looks for Gavin Mangini, who's able to just get some wood on it, so it won't be an icing. He hustles in after it. Eisenberg keeping it in the corner. He's pushed to the side of it. Parker Bastos comes out. He's pushed down. Gavin Mangini trying to get it. Backhanded stick by C.J. Bankoff, and Gavin Mangini finds some space, but no one there to help him out there. And the Bucks send it out there, and we'll have icing. Gainey will take the face-off. Won it, but didn't go far enough, so the Bucks try and send it out of the zone. Dylan Smith is there at the red line. He sends it in deep off the boards. Conard trying to get something going. C.J. Bankoff able to keep it in until he loses that battle, and the Bucks get it. Now a 2-on-1. Shot just goes wide. Rebound shot by the Bucks. That goes wide. He was in all alone there. Dylan Smith spinning. Torrin McGoldrick. McGoldrick has it. Looks to take it between the legs. He gets the Malachi crutch. And now he's pushed down. Conard wants a call. Oh, they really want a call there. He was cross-checked and he was on his hands and knees. No call there. Ref let him go. Open puck, and that'll be out of play. So we'll have a face-off in the Conard offensive zone. Torrin McGoldrick kept getting pushed down, and as he was on his hands and knees, was pushed down again, away from the play. Eisenberg will take the face-off. Right to Riley O'Keefe. Shot. Stick save by Petrella. Conard pushes it back behind the net. Nigro comes out with it. Banks it off the board for Mangini. Loses sight of it a little bit. Bucks getting a little physical here. Conard wanted a call as Eisenberg was shoved down. Emery comes out of the net to play it. No one there for him. And now the puck's behind the net. Minute 38 left to play in the game. Pass. Bucks able to knock it down and get it. Nigro goes back for it. He sends it up to his outlet, who misses it. The puck comes out of the zone. Bucks fans wanted their players to keep that puck into the zone. Couldn't quite do it there. Minute 14 left to play. Sent up to Roach. He loses it a little bit. Bucks have it in the neutral zone. And now Gavin Mangini has it. Goes with forehand. Blocked by the defenseman. Great play by the Bucks defenseman. Gavin Mangini picked that puck off. He went backhand. Tried to shoot it. And the defenseman closed his legs so the shot couldn't get off. And it trickled down right to Petrella. Easy pickup for him and stop. But he covers it up, and we'll have a face-off with a minute 4 left in the play. Gainey tries to have it, tries to shoot, and it goes out of play.
There is 1 minute remaining in the game. 1 minute.
Exactly 1 minute left to play in the period, in the game as well. Gainey has it. Kept in the zone. Gainey will shoot it in deep. Goes around to McGoldrick. He's behind the net all alone, looking for somebody. Tries to center it. Nolan Reck was there. Couldn't get it to him, though. Puck is flipped up and just hits some netting. We'll have another face-off. So another good opportunity for Conard. If they can just get their face-off percentage one, that would help them out a great deal. Nolan Reck pushes it back to Dylan Smith, tries to poke it away, and the Bucks have it. Dylan Smith gets in the way of the Bucks player. Great job by Dylan. Torm McGoldrick has it now. He tries to fling it, gets it in front, poked away. Shot! Nolan Reck picked up the rebound! Conard scores with 31.3 seconds left. Torm McGoldrick sent a shot in, and the rebound was picked up by Nolan Reck. And he shot it behind Petrella, and Conard takes a 4-3 lead with 31.3 seconds left in the game. Bucks win the face-off. Let's see what they do with Petrella. Petrella heads to the bench. And we're going to have an icing call.
With an assist from number 5, Kevin McGoldrick.
McGoldrick with the assist. Petrella headed right to the bench right away, only to be called back due to icing. 25 seconds left. So once again, the face-off's very important here. Bucks win the face-off. They'll try and flip it up, try and hope for some magic, and they get it there. Bucks have it. They're into the corner. Picked up by Gavin Mangini. Looks to slap it away. He plays with it, fakes some players out, able to flip it up, and it hits the back of a Bucks player and goes out of play with 11.7 seconds left. And the face-off will be in the Conard zone. Petrella went to the Buck bench, so they'll have the 6-man attack, and a timeout is called here. Little Dancing Queen by ABBA is called. Too bad Russ isn't here to hear that. Little nostalgia. 11.7 seconds left. Conard looking for their first victory of the season. The Bucks looking to go 3-2. Chase Emery's been solid for Conard today. He's come up with some big saves. And once again, the face-off percentage playing a huge factor here, as Conard hasn't had much success with their face-offs. Timeout's over, referee calling them. The face-off will be to Emery's right. C.J. Bankoff and Dylan Smith will be the defense. Ken Roach, Gavin Mangini, and Nolan Reck will be the forwards. Nolan Reck will take the face-off. 6 men attacking for the Bucks. Huge face-off for the Bucks here. A little delays. Looks like a mouth guard was on the ice. And here we go. Face-off won by the Bucks. Rister blocked by Conard. With face-off, shot by the Bucks, saved by Emery. Conard put it into the boards. It goes behind. They slap it in. They'll pinch it in the boards. And Conard will win their first game of the season. What great job by Chase Emery into the net. And a comeback. And the fans go haywire here, and the Conard players meet the fans at the boards. So a 4-3 victory here for Conard. They were able to get some goals. Conard will go 1-3 in the season. I'm Rob. I'm without Russ. We are Russ and Rob, and we'll see you here Wednesday night versus Newington. Thank you. Have a good night.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.